before. I work in anatomic and molecular pathology. We're having a breast cancer awareness, and we've had like about 160 people turn out. We've registered 160 people, and the awareness from what I see today is really beautiful.
I'm Emanuela Togun. I'm a student of the College of Medicine, University of Lagos. Breast cancer is cancer of the breast when, I don't know, there is rapid division of cells in the breast area, and it causes growth of a tumor which is harmful to the body and may lead to death.
I do a breast self-examination, and I do it every month, preferably maybe 1 week after the menstrual cycle.
I haven't actually done a breast cancer test before. This is my first time. Just the normal do it yourself, stretch your hand up and
I got to know about this through my school. It was tested in the school notice board. So I'm just like, okay, let me just come and get myself examined. Also to be on the safer side.
People are really interested. They want to find out if they have breast cancer. They want to find out if they have, how they go about the treatment.
it's something that kills very painfully, and I don't want it to happen to me or anybody around me, so I'm very conscious. So I check myself regularly, raise the hand and check around the breast area to check for lumps.
We had a mixed crowd. We had educated people, market people, those that couldn't speak English. We had to speak in vernacular like Yoruba, Igbo, other languages that they could understand. They were really interested, to find out what breast cancer is all about and the treatments and all of that. So we had a mixed crowd.
I think it's very, very important. It's also like an awareness to other people, and I feel it like as an opportunity to be here, because I don't know, maybe before this opportunity may come again, it might take a long time, and because of my work and clinic, I might not have chance, but I have the chance, so let me just do it.
It's quite impressive because the plan for today is to register 150 people, and we have 160 people already registered. Not too many organizations like this are around, and when this type of organization decides to come around and help people, and it's free, it's highly commendable, and we look forward to more organizations setting up programs like this.
Hold the presses, guys. We have to take a quick break. When we get back, our special report continues. Welcome back. It's time for today's trivia question, and it is, what is the name of the oldest iron mine in the world and where is it located? I mean, obviously it's located in Africa, or I wouldn't be asking. But where exactly? That's for you to figure out while we round out our special report.
My name is Abella Mbonigo, and I'm the founder and executive director of Run for a Cure Africa Breast Cancer Foundation. I started Run for a Cure Africa in 2009. My mother and two of her sisters were diagnosed with breast cancer. One in 1993, and my mother and my aunt were diagnosed in the same month, June 2007, with stage 1 breast cancer. And so, I didn't know anything about breast cancer when they were first diagnosed, and naturally when it, hits home, you start researching and finding out more about it. And so when we took our mother to the doctors to get screened, immediately they told us that it was first-stage breast cancer. And my mother, broke down in the hospital, and she was angry with us. And she said, if she hadn't known about this cancer, she just wouldn't have woken up one day. But now that she's aware of it, what is she going to do? That just thinking about it alone is going to kill her. And the doctor immediately corrected her and said, if you're going to have any breast cancer, this is the one to have. You found it early, and we can treat it. And she was treated for the breast cancer. It was 6 weeks of chemotherapy and then another 6 weeks of radiation, and she came through it. And so it wasn't until December of 2008 that I realized the magnitude of what we had really just missed. So in December 2008, another of our aunts who had been diagnosed again in the same month of June 2007 with colon cancer, the doctors had been trying for a year to treat it and were unsuccessful. And so they said to my cousin, take your mother home so that she can spend her last Christmas amongst family. And that was extremely jarring to me, because it's like, that's what the doctors could have said to us, but they didn't. And we weren't spending our last Christmas with our mother. And so it's kind of like, whoa. And so my first reaction was, I'm going to give to a breast cancer organization in the United States, because I want to give back somehow. And a voice inside of me said, it's not always about throwing money at a situation. Sometimes you have to get your hands a little dirty. And so that's when I said, okay, maybe I will host a fundraiser of some sort and then give that money to an organization in the United States, because my mother lives in Houston, Texas. And then, that same voice inside me said, how crazy are you going to look in Nigeria trying to raise money for people in the US, And so I said, okay, that I would raise money in Nigeria and find a way to give back in Nigeria. And that's kind of where the whole Run for a Cure Africa was born. It's just in wanting to get my hands a little dirty and wanting to give back to Nigerian women, because my mother is a Nigerian woman, quintessential Nigerian woman, and she represents to me, every woman that we seek to help. I feel like I'm helping my mom the way someone helped her as well. Well, the funny thing is that it's not until you start doing something that you realize how many other people are affected by it. The first year, we hold an annual breast cancer run. In the first year that we held the run, the U.S. ambassador participated, and the USS Nashville docked in Lagos, and the entire Navy ship participated. And the captain on the boat was a woman, and she was also a breast cancer survivor. And so you have just a lot of people coming up to you and saying, my aunt, my mother, my sister, my wife, and you're like, wow, this is affecting a lot of people. And so for that reason, it's not difficult to get people to want to contribute and to want to participate, because what you find is that this affects a majority. If you're not affected personally, you know someone that has been affected, and you know what that experience is to either go through breast cancer or to watch somebody go through it. You know that it's a traumatic experience. And so if you have the opportunity to make that experience lighter for someone else, you'll take it. Our organization has been able to do a lot, and it's not until you sit back and do your yearly reflection that you're like, okay, this is actually affecting people. Number one, we are not only in Nigeria, we also hold similar programs in Douala, Cameroon, and we also hold similar programs in Accra, Ghana. So we're starting to implant ourselves in other countries in Africa, hence the name Run for a Cure Africa. So that's one. Two, we hold several screenings, free screenings throughout the year in Nigeria, namely Lagos. We have moved into Ibadan and we'll move into Warri this year. So very slowly, we're holding similar breast cancer awareness programs. And the funny thing is when we started, our first breast cancer screening program was at Luth, the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, and we had 3 women come for the screening. We were like, 3 women, you know, and so last year we had 600. And so if you're wondering, is the awareness building, that's a testament to yes, it's building. Women are not afraid to come out and learn, you know, their status as far as breast cancer is concerned. So that's huge. Like I said, our pink fighters that we support, we couldn't get anybody to come out and talk about having had this disease. Now you see them, they're like, Madame, I'm gonna speak this year at the annual run, because they've seen their counterparts do it and they've seen the reception that they've received, and that it's not bad, that actually people admire them. Like, so you pass through all of this and, you know, you're standing there, their hair is grown back, maybe their hair is grown back a little bit, and they're able to wear braids, you know? And so just having people come out and say, I've had it, I battled it, and I'm still here. That is huge. Last year, we set up a breast team at Luth, and we sent 4 doctors and 1 nurse to the Tata Memorial Cancer Center so that they can gather research on how to set up a one-stop breast clinic, because that's where we want to move into. It's just to give women a haven where they can go and fight this disease with dignity. And so when you put all of those things together, it came from just wanting to write a check to a breast cancer organization. And now, you know, we are in 3 different countries, and we are providing financial support for breast cancer treatment. We are changing people's mindsets on how they view breast cancer and those struggling with breast cancer. And then we're investing in our healthcare workers here in Nigeria, which is extremely important, because it keeps from the brain drain, in the sense that everybody wants to go abroad, go abroad, go abroad. And it's like, we have everything that we need here. We just need to invest in it and nurture it. And so, yeah, we've done a lot.